Good morning, guys. Very, very special day of market check today, brought to you, of course, by Because Bitcoin. All-time highs, or at least on Coinbase, from what I was observing this morning. Bitcoin is finally back. I think we tagged 69.2, 69.3K. We're finally all the way back from the 2021 tops 2 years ago. It's really kind of difficult to believe. So I want to use this episode to not just look at charts, but also, of course, I'm sure we're going to be reflecting as well, kind of on the journey of the last 2 years, 3 years at this point almost. It's kind of hard to believe. And truthfully, I don't think that it's fully set in for me yet either. But what a day, guys. What a day. Even though we got a rejection off of the all-time high, right? We still made a new one. We can talk about what we expect to happen, kind of trading around this level, but it's incredible to see that Bitcoin has once again made another all-time high, guys. Welcome. Happy Tuesday, March 5th. Welcome to Market Check. I'm Snorlax. You guys also know me as Tommy. I'm joined by a full cast and crew. We got everybody back. Traveled home from ETH Denver, had a great time over the weekend. Welcome Jackus, Tucker, Max, and Dr. Will's Outlook. Real quickly, guys, before we start cooking, before we start sharing that big, juicy alpha, we always appreciate when you guys smash that like button. And if it's not a day to smash the like button, I don't know what other day is ever going to bring it out of you guys.
I mean, right? We need all-time highs on the like button, man. It's all-time high Bitcoin day. We need it.
We do. So I'm expecting you guys to bring it today. And we're only going to bring
250 likes. Jackie's demand. 250 likes.
Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. You heard the man. 250 likes. If not Bitcoin all-time high day, then when? And we will bug you again today for sure. But yeah, let's talk more about Bitcoin, right? We did hit all-time highs. We are kind of grinding still around this resistance level. I guess that was a pretty big rejection. So maybe we wait for the dust to settle a little bit. But wow, man, wow. It is, like I said, it is very surreal to see Bitcoin at an all-time high. We got a mechanical reaction on the third tap. I do believe at some point we're probably going to end up trading new highs. It's just a matter of when, right? Do we do it tomorrow? Do we do it here over the next few weeks? We've talked a lot about the froth that's present in the market. I think that was kind of reflected by how people aped the all-time high and caused a bit of a dark mall. You can't expect to ride an all-time high breakout without a little bit of volatility, right? And that's exactly what we saw. So meanwhile, you have ETH and SOL that have shown tremendous amounts of strength here over the last few days, over the last few hours. Let me recategorize that. Yeah, both of those assets have looked impeccably strong, especially SOL this morning, guys. I don't know if you've noticed, but while Bitcoin has been trading lower, you've had SOL pretty much in an uptrend on the lower time frame and looking very strong. So we'll see if this breakout maintains. I am kind of obviously expecting that it will. Are we seeing the shift into beta yet? I'm sure that's something that we'll talk about as well. But at the end of the day, most of the sell-off is probably driven by flows from equity markets, which are down almost 1% today. I don't want to make too much of the show about equities. Just something to pay attention to, of course, and probably just some early week shenanigans over in SPOOs and in those markets. But we'll continue to monitor those, right? But that's, guys, I mean, I'll be honest, I can't wait to hear what you're thinking. It's been a while since we've been one panel together, but what are we seeing in the markets today, guys, other than a Bitcoin all-time high? Because that's the elephant in the room, right?
Before we jump to it, Tommy, and welcome everyone. We are having the largest audience. Do we give a special gift today, Max, for the DB Discord? Maybe some discount just to celebrate the all-time highs? Maybe something time and space limited?
We can do a little impromptu giveaway, man, but it's going to be dependent on the likes for sure.
That's true.
Jack, pick a number out of the hat.
That's a great one.
We'll do a giveaway, man. We'll do an impromptu giveaway, man. Yeah. But Jack is pull a number out of the hat, man.
What's the number? Max, yeah. If we hit, listen, this is for you. If we hit 250 likes today on YouTube, all right, on YouTube, we will run special alpha, and then we will give you the discount that Max will pick out of the hat that I choose the number from. to give you guys. We will give you the discount if we hit 250 likes today. So you guys remember, you can smash the like button from multiple accounts, right? We know you guys have 2, 3, 4, 5 multiple accounts that you can switch from. Hit those likes button. 250, you will be rewarded with alpha, and you'll be rewarded with the discount, the special one, probably the last one for the BB Discord. Because let's be honest, the group is filling up insanely quickly the past months or so. Insanely. And I believe we will be hitting the cap, maybe, Max, right? There will be no room left to join, guys. So keep that in mind.
Before we cook
there,
again, too, Max. Just before we cook, I want to kind of put you on the spot and
thanks, Will.
Put some pressure on you a little bit. But how about we add to that challenge a little bit? And this is not scripted. I'm gonna just see I'm gonna see how we're gonna react here. How about if we can get 100 retweets on Twitter? We give away one free month.
100 retweets. I'd be down for that, Will.
One free month.
I'd be down. But here's the thing. So we said we were going to close the Discord off basically at, it was either 250 members or like basically when we were about to drop the terminal, and we did get to that 250, man. So we might just be closing it off. I don't know. Let me think about it. Let's talk charts though, guys. Let me mull over the giveaway, man. We'll do it. We got a big audience today, man. We got to cook for them. All right. We got to cook before we ask them to pay the bill. All right. Tucker, what are we seeing here, man? Was that the triple top of a lifetime? Are we going down only? Are the Bears correct, brother?
Yeah, man, triple top. It's completely over. It's never been more over than it is right now. No. I mean, study Bitcoin all-time high breaks, right? Like, I mean, what do you even have to say? Like, what I would say is like, yeah, you could have something happen here, but zoom out, right? Zoom out, in my opinion. If we just look at like, what this thing did, given Bitcoin was $1,000 at the time, that's a 17x. Here I was kind of mapping this out before the show. 3.5x, right? I mean, I would say you're probably at least good. I mean, if you don't really account for Larry Fink, I'd say you're at least probably good for 100 to 150. That would give me what, 140 to 180K? I mean, what do you think something like Total 3 is going to do if you see Bitcoin go up 150%, right? This catch-up trade, like we've been playing the catch-up trade, right? From like the the break here to the shoulder, right? Everything was catching up to Bitcoin. But now it's kind of that all-time high is the new level, right? So, if we're just gonna, let's see here, we're just gonna take this. There's probably, I don't want to say free, but like a pretty free 70% move out of Total 3 that you're gonna be able to play here. So, that's kind of what we've been talking about, right? Is this Bitcoin dominance? Maybe came into some FVG, some supply, whatever you'd like to say. But I mean, we're seeing clear resistance, right around that 55% mark. So, we could push up, if Bitcoin's going to chat to like 80K in a couple weeks, we're probably going to push up a little bit. But, Max, you've shown the chart, right? Like after Bitcoin all-time high break, you fade.
Let me Tommy it from you, man. I'll pull up what you're referencing.
Do it.
If you don't mind. I mean, guys, it's really this simple, right? We've been prospecting this here, for months now, and we've been early to the rotation. And obviously, those of you that are new to the show, you're just finding it. Thank you guys for tuning in. But I think that the best is yet to come, and that's what Tucker was alluding to, right? So let's just take a quick little dive into this chart, which some of you may have seen. I tweeted it out maybe like a week ago. but it never hurts to remind because people often forget, and charts are ever evolving just like opinions are. So I'm seeing a lot of people in here, man, looking for Pepe updates. Don't you guys worry. I have something special planned for you guys later. I'm sure we'll talk about Pepe on this show as well, but I have a monster video that is being worked on right now. It's going to be fantastic. So stay tuned for that, guys. That will be out today. I promise it will be out today. And let me just put this out there right now because I've had I'm not even kidding, 500 DMs. I have not sold a single Pepe. I'm not planning to sell a single Pepe. I'm on a spiritual journey of my own right now, and I will see you in the multi-deca billion-dollar valuation. You need to slide, shift, and adjust your scale, your own temperature for what you deem to be a pullback percentage-wise. Pepe pulls back 20%. That's a micro pullback, guys. 20% with an asset that's moving like this, with that kind of on-chain volume, with the amount of wallets being added, 20% is a micro pullback, okay? A micro pullback used to be 1% pullback, 2% pullback. It's 10 times that now. You get 10 times the volatility to the upside. You get 10 times the volatility to the downside. I've not sold anything, guys, nothing. But more on that to come later, guys. Let's talk about this real quick in a more general sense, all right? So we've got Bitcoin in the upper left, and I've marked out conveniently all of the previous all-time highs with purple dots, okay, as you guys can see right here. Purple. God, that arrow, I hate how it continues, but you can see it right there. Purple dot is all-time high, all-time high, all-time high. I took the liberty of marking it out here for Bitcoin dominance as well. And then this is total too. Now, what is the significance of this? For those that don't know what this is, you're not familiar with it. Okay. Bitcoin dominance is Bitcoin represented in a percentage of the total crypto asset class. Okay. So right now it's at 54%. That means that Bitcoin represents just over half of all of crypto. All right. So what does that mean when Bitcoin dominance is moving up? Well, when Bitcoin dominance is moving up like this, that means that Bitcoin is a better hold than altcoins. That means that Bitcoin is gaining market share over altcoins or the rest of crypto. All right. When Bitcoin dominance is moving down like this, and again, this is just a little refresher. I know some of you guys know this already. When Bitcoin dominance is moving down, that means that Bitcoin is losing market share. All right. So Bitcoin is effectively a better hold, whether we're in a bull market or a bear market. But specifically, when Bitcoin dominance is moving down like this, while Bitcoin itself, Bitcoin USD, is moving up 251%, just like last cycle. All right. That means that altcoins are going absolutely bananas, because if Bitcoin is going up 250% and Bitcoin dominance is nuking, that means that altcoins dramatically outperform Bitcoin. All right. So again, let's just take a look at this. Bitcoin dominance begins to capitulate historically when Bitcoin makes a new all-time high, again, marked out by the purple dots. Look, I marked it out perfectly. There's no, there's no massaging here. Bitcoin all-time high, we get one little lower time frame pop. Bitcoin dominance just completely jeets. All right. Next, let's look at last cycle, guys. Bitcoin dominance, little spike up, while Bitcoin USD making an all-time high. Then Bitcoin dominance completely capitulates. Okay. And again, where are we at right now? Well, Bitcoin dominance, as expected, has been moving up for basically the past year, but alts have been moving up as well. So what are we expecting from here? Well, let's move over to total too, guys. Again, well, Bitcoin USD, hang on, Will. Bitcoin USD, all-time high right there. Bitcoin USD, all-time high right here. And today, Bitcoin USD just made an all-time high. Guys, completely ignore all this low time frame stuff that's going on. Like this doesn't matter. None of this lower time frame selling or swing fail. Like if anything, it's just an attempt to get you to short or sell early. Like this is not the time to freak out, even though Bitcoin, is 3,000 points off of the high or whatever it was. Like it doesn't matter, guys. Like that's, if anything, it's actually pretty common for all-time high sweeps to occur, and then you get like a low time frame sell-off. But yeah, anyways, like it doesn't, don't freak out about this. Like you need to zoom out, see the bigger picture here. Looks like
the 1,000% move isn't what it used to be. Now we get it over 5-minute candle.
Exactly. And that was what I was saying with Pepe too, is like, you need to shift and adjust your mindset for what you deem to be a swing fail or a complex pullback or, a reason to be concerned. We don't have the we didn't have the volatility that we have now, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 6 months ago. The things have changed dramatically. So anyways, guys, let's take a look at where we're at right now. Are you really willing to make a bet that this time is in fact that much different? Because me personally, I am not. Okay. I think we are right now about to have crypto's version of the NASDAQ bubble between 1995 and 2000. There's this idea floating around. Actually, let me finish this thought first, guys. All right. So if Bitcoin makes an all-time high, let's just say it goes up from here. I don't even know. Let's just say it goes to 200 plus, so 250% again. I don't know where Bitcoin's going to go. Nobody has a crystal ball, right? We can speculate it's going to go to 150, 250, 350, a million, whatever, but whatever Bitcoin does, I would expect total to at least double that. So if Bitcoin goes up 250, I would at minimum expect total to go up 500. Okay. Minimum 2x over whatever Bitcoin USD does. So when everyone's like, oh, are you going to sell your alts right now, man? Like they're bleeding against Bitcoin, oh man, like that was like a local swing fail. Like, aren't you nervous? Oh man, Pepe's pulling back. Aren't you nervous? Dude, absolutely. I am not nervous. Are you kidding me? Like, you got to have the cojones for this, man. This is exponential logarithmic growth, on a higher time frame. What are we talking about here? How can I look at this chart and go, oh man, we had a 2-hour sell-off, on an all-time high sweep? Come on, man. I mean, come on, zoom out.
So
come on.
Let's add some context to the conversation, Max, because I feel like we discussed BTCD as if it mattered, as if it ever mattered. Did it ever matter to Kaspa, who's done thousands of percentages over top of Bitcoin? Did it ever matter to?
I don't think it like matters, right? But I also think it's important to watch it, because if we're looking to time these rotations, which of course we are, this is when Bitcoin, up until now, Bitcoin dominance hasn't really mattered that much. Right now, Bitcoin dominance matters. I want Bitcoin dominance to completely just swing fail, start just jeeting, then it's indication that it is full-blown risk on, because until that happens, maybe it's Bitcoin dominance season and we continue to see Bitcoin USD steal the show. And that would potentially change where my focus as an investor is. If Bitcoin dominance continues to move up rather than rolling over like it historically has, it matters now. It matters.
Yeah,
right
but USDT going up isn't even, it's not even a thought in the back of my mind. I don't think that's going to happen. Just like Tommy talks about the dollar's not going up anymore either. I don't think either one of those scenarios is even a factor anymore. I think like if you're positioning for exponentials, you're positioning ahead of the herd, which means you're trying to position before Bitcoin dominance starts tanking. That way you can kind of grasp the full amount of the move, and that means you have to eat some volatility in the meantime.
Yeah. No, I could see that. And guys, here's what we need to do before we keep going, guys. We have a lot of people watching right now. We got 160 on YouTube. We got 82 on X. Guys, if you could do us a solid, it's Bitcoin all-time high day. We're here just dropping alpha, and we're going to be here for a while. Please do us a solid, guys, and hit that like button. I mean, seriously, we are growing so quickly, and it's thanks to you guys. If you're enjoying the content, if you're happy to be here, if you are excited for the future, the next 3, 6, 12, 18, 24 bajillion months, guys, do us a favor, hit that thumbs up. I promise I would not nag you guys to do it if it didn't make a big difference, but the incentive structure at YouTube headquarters, it dramatically rewards streamers that get likes on their videos. So in exchange for this free alpha drop, guys, and this discussion, if you guys could just do us a solid, hit that thumbs up button, guys. We got 160 people watching on YouTube. That means we should have 160 likes. We got 90 on X, guys. The X crew, you guys have been absolutely killing it lately. So here's what I need from the X crew. All right. There's a lot of you guys, and you guys have this special function that the YouTube crew doesn't have. You can not only hit the heart button, but you can also hit that retweet button. All right. A retweet is like 5 likes in and of itself. So if you guys are watching on X, if you're enjoying the discussion, if you're enjoying the charts, do us a favor. Not only hit that heart button, guys, but hit that retweet button. Help spread the good word, man. We're trying to do it differently here because Bitcoin, we're focused on charts and analysis. We don't shill. We don't do that garbage crap. All right, guys. So please study the like button, study the retweet button, guys. Help us grow. And guys, thank you so much for being here. Seriously, thank you guys so much for being here. The support is awesome. It's overwhelming, and we love you guys. Seriously. Let's see what we got the likes up to on YouTube, man. Let's see. They already got to 117, man. You guys are incredible. You guys are absolutely incredible. We might have to do a giveaway at the end of the show. We seriously study Evan Casey, man.
I wanted to, yeah, Evan Casey though. Gee, I wanted to
this comment, man. It's beautiful. That's beautiful. Dunzo, so thankful to find BB and join the Discord. Thank you, Sarah. We're thrilled to have you.
Yeah, I wanted to add to the conversation and just kind of throw out there that a lot of the stuff we present here onto you guys, like we're not sitting here like there's no structure for us to like pump our bags or like get you guys into bad plays. We're trying to present the charts for what we see them as. We get very little sponsorships, if any at all. So we're a lot of this is like us just looking at things and giving you our real takes. Unlike a lot of influencers out there who are probably shilling you something they got paid on the back end for. So just for context for the audience.
Yeah, man, we don't do that, man. Trust me, we've been offered and we don't do that shit. We'll never do that. But anyways, what do you guys think about this, man? I mean, I want to talk about this, right? Like we did sweep the all-time high. Do you guys think there's a chance that we just basically get like a Bitcoin only cycle like a lot of people are kind of proclaiming right now? Or are you guys of the belief similarly to me that we are going to get alt mania and this time is not different? What do you guys think?
I think alts, man. Max, I told you since like Q4 of last year, I'm like, all right, the wheelchair comes off. I'm gonna stand up and start walking and climbing into dumpsters, and that's exactly what I've been doing. All right, I had the wheelchair on for a while because I was
no. Well, I want to know what, not what you did, but what you think is going to happen, brother. I want to know what's going to happen now.
No, that's yeah. I guess I was leading into it, but so I think alts are gonna freaking absolutely exponentially outpace any alt season we've ever seen. Like just two degenerate amounts of extreme, and like if you're smart about it, you'll be able to capitalize massively out this market. If you're not so smart, you're gonna follow these cults and get stuck in them. I'm more than willing to play along with the cultish movement, and until it's time to dump my bags, then I'm sorry, I'm out.
Yeah, well, we got a long time for that, I assume. What else I want to hear from the rest of you guys as well. What do you think about that? Is this going to play out, or is this going to be a Bitcoin dominated cycle because of the ETFs?
Tommy, I know you have thoughts.
Yeah, I think in general, every cycle is obviously going to be very different, but I do think that it's all about, the question of where we're at in the cycle, right? And everybody will always say that altcoins are never going to have another cycle. It's always going to be a Bitcoin dominated cycle because this is how most bullish moves for altcoins start when we think about it, right? You have to have these days and these times where Bitcoin is consistently siphoning liquidity out of pretty much the entire market in order for itself to go higher to support the rest of the market, right? So yeah, I mean, with that said, I do think Bitcoin dominance is going to go higher because I don't think that Bitcoin has necessarily topped out yet. And, it's kind of something that we saw in 2021. Like you said, Max, Bitcoin dominance began to decline after Bitcoin made an all-time high, but it was almost, I think, like 100% above where it was, or above its previous all-time high before it topped out on that leg, right? Like it ran from essentially 20K all the way up to, I want to say 42K before it saw any sort of major correction. So I do think that you're probably going to see Bitcoin at the very least continue to dominate this market, siphon liquidity from most altcoins. It's just a question of like, when do you see people move down the risk curve? I don't think that there's a question in my mind that move is coming. It's just a question of when that is. And we're seeing people with just these huge risk appetites over the last few weeks with meme coins, especially. I think that's very reflective of probably themes of this cycle. We saw that in 2023 last summer. Pepe pumped. We had a lot of garbage pump last summer in 2023. And that was you know, kind of set the tone for what we're seeing this year. At least with Bitcoin, you know, you're seeing memes drastically outperform. So that's kind of a long way of saying that I agree with Will that this probably will be the craziest altcoin cycle and meme coin cycle ever. But first, I do think that Bitcoin dominance is probably going to go higher, possibly even up to 58 or 60%. But I think that's ultimately just a sign of a bullish market, right? For Bitcoin dominance to be moving up like that while Bitcoin is moving up.
Yeah, man.
Wait,
A lot of great
have
points
we
there.
talked about like the USDT thing? Is that that's kind of a
USDT
meme
dominance?
now? Yeah, I think it's. I mean, you hit the line, but I think that's such a cooked metric. Like,
Yeah, we can talk about it, man.
The TIA chart,
huh?
or did look the TIA. That looks like what TIA looked like when it topped, right? A little bit.
Max, are
USDT
you on
dominance
log?
here. Yeah, man, this is on log here.
You need to take it off log, brother.
No, I'll never do that, man. I'll never take it off log. We're in a bull
You gotta
market,
take
man.
dominance off log.
You should be living on log, brother. I don't even understand
Shooter, your
how you're
risk
on
is not
linear,
being
man.
exposed. That's your risk.
Take it off log and see what it looks like. Just take it
Dude,
off.
you need
I'll
to
show you.
relax, man. I can't.
No,
I don't even know how to turn it off
you.
log.
You don't even know how to turn log
I don't
off.
even
Let me
know how to
show
do
you.
that, man.
Let
No,
me
I
show
got
you.
it. I got it.
It's already over, Max. I already
But what if
took
I
it.
Tommy it back? Then what?
Oh,
I'm
come
just kidding.
on.
There you go.
There we go. Look, yeah. So there's no log, right? So top, right? Nah. I don't
Listen,
think so.
someone
I think this
here.
thing's gonna nuke through here. Yes, Jackus. It's gonna nuke through here. Like this is meant to be broken, right? And also I saw the point made because like Max, you remember that what was it? You the stablecoin supply ratio chart, whatever that you had, you know, I'm sure we're deep in the red at this point, or probably have blown through it. But like Larry Fink is bidding on Coinbase with USD, not Tether, right? So there's something to be said about
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
But
let me. I like your line, but I like mine more, and
I bet
I'll
you
explain
do.
it naturally. In my opinion, this is your trend has been broken here. This is your trend, and I mean, it even goes this way, right? Like, there's even a channel here. Like this is the trend, right? Like, there's been a few deviations, but this is your trend. And it's marked bottoms and tops. So, I mean, here, let's just throw crypto down on the bottom, man. Let's just do this live here quick. So here's total. We'll put this candles, and then we'll move this up, move to existing pane above. We'll adjust this down. All right. So, and we'll make total. We'll just make it blue so you guys can see it. In my opinion, it has to be viewed in log mode, man. It absolutely has to. We'll remove this just for now. So I'll put that back on, but oops. I don't really see how you can look at it not in log mode. I think it's, you know, like I guess I'm acknowledging it, but in my opinion, this is, you know, and there's even a middle line here. Here, let me throw the channel on here, brother. Let me throw the channel on here. There's even a midline that plays here. All right. This was your trend going back to 2018, and it's been solidified and verified by, or I guess confirmed is probably the right word, right? It's been confirmed by this breakout and retest right here. That's your telltale sign that this is how you should be looking at it. It's not that, you know, if you turn it off of log, you know, there's this like warped trend line. Like, we had a logarithmic breakout after, you know, I mean, what is this? 5 years, 4.5 years. And, you know, we finally broke out of it. So let's mark it. Here's your bottom. Here's a bottom. Here's your top in June of 2019. COVID bottom. This one, we actually kind of deviated a little bit below, right? But then when we moved up, we went, you know, to all-time high, right? So then this is kind of like a, you know, whatever. And then 69K top for Bitcoin, total top at, what's that, 3 trillion, give or take. Bottom. I mean, this channel plays much better than that one linear channel, you know? That one, it doesn't work nearly as well. So then this here, when we had a breakout and retest, I mean, this was your trigger that we broke a 5-year trend and it should not be faded at all. I think that this plays a lot better than the linear version and is confirmed by this breakout respected retest. So I guess what could I see, right? I mean, could we go up and like come back in here? Yeah, but I think honestly, you're going to see, dominance capitulate, and you'll probably take out, a lot of these highs. I don't know, but you can actually do TA on this stuff and like it works. I mean, there's some equal highs here. We probably go up here, man. Like we probably take out all these highs. Why would, stable coins not be aggressively being deployed right now, man? I just don't. I think that this makes a lot more sense. Yeah, what's up, Will?
I have the alpha of all alpha. We can ignore USDT. We can ignore BTCB. Do you want the alpha of the all alpha?
Yeah, I'd love it.
Wait, Will. We are waiting for 250 likes for that.
Well, it's not a coin. I'm not gonna give him any plays until we achieve target. But this alpha is interesting. So if you can go to BLX real quick.
You want me to go to BLX?
Yep, BLX. And you only need one indicator. Only one. Put it on the decade. No, I'm just playing. Put it on the monthly.
Put it on the 12-month, Will. I know how much you love that.
The monthly.
That actually does look insane, though.
It does.
Yeah.
On the monthly, like I was kind of joking, but that's incredible, truly.
All right, now put log on the monthly.
Tucker, are you gonna be okay if I put log on, brother?
I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
Don't lose your mind. Don't lose your mind, Tucker.
Put it on.
I just want to make sure Tucker's gonna be all right, man. He doesn't.
Oh God. Okay.
I'm gonna log pill Tucker, man. He doesn't.
So,
I'm log pilled, but you have to look at it in both.
It's on the monthly, right?
This is on the weekly, Will.
All right, let's put it on the monthly.
All right, there's your monthly.
All right, so draw a line across every top of every market.
Like the closes or the wicks?
Like the wick.
So the all-time high.
Yep.
Okay.
Now draw a line across the previous one. Now draw a line across the previous one. Now draw a line across the previous one.
You really want me going back to when Bitcoin was $15? I'll do it.
No. There is context to this conversation.
All right.
Do you notice how there's a compression going on here to the upside? If you look at each cycle, it gets tighter and tighter and tighter. I would arguably say we're going to explode out of this top, not reject off it like a lot of people think, because that's a compression move. You had a wide first market. It started tightening the second, and then it went even tighter on the third.
So literally just buy here and then just ride it. You know what I mean?
That's it. But here's even more alpha. I'm gonna give you the cherry on the pie. All right, the cherry on the cake. Whichever one you like.
Cherry on cake, Will. Oh my gosh, man.
All right, whichever one you like. All right. Some people like cherries on cakes, man. Go up the RSI real quick.
Now you're speaking my language, man.
Just throw it up there. Just throw up the RSI.
I'm happy to throw up the RSI. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to throw on the monthly RSI. We're going to talk about it because this is important, by the way. This has been a working
now here's the thing.
For a while.
Tighten all that up.
Well, first we need to get rid of this ugly moving average. Dude, why did they put a moving average band on RSI? That is
I don't know. You literally can't take it off either.
No, it's literally awful, man.
The opacity.
You can take the moving average from RSI. It's possible.
I just ignore it. But draw a line across all the highs there. Just touch every single high. Yep. All the way to the top of them. All right, now tighten that up. And look at that gap between where we are and where that line is.
So right now, monthly is at 76. We could potentially go up to 90 if this trend line gets respected.
There you go.
And one thing I'm going to add on to this as a point of confluence, Will, and this is something we have talked about at length, is that when Bitcoin monthly RSI gets above 70, that's when the real fun begins. So I'm going to mark that out here with these dots. When Bitcoin monthly RSI gets above 70, like right here. This is when the real fun begins. You see the blue dots? People always like to misinterpret RSI being high for like things need to come down. But when in reality, it's the exact opposite. When RSI is, overextended above 70, that's when you cover a lot of ground in a very short period of time. So understand that.
Overbought and oversold is such a meme statement, man. It's not even like an accurate reflection of what momentum means.
The biggest point though here is that doesn't look like a lot to some people, but that's a massive gap. We can go really high with that much room on the monthly on Bitcoin.
We can. This is huge, man. And also there's no saying that we have to top here necessarily, right? Like just saying like why could we not go up here? Why could we not draw it as a horizontal and say last cycle we didn't reach where we should have, in the previous two we reached 96. Why should we not? Because if you look at it this way, man, if we're talking about, relative overextension, 1, 2, 3, this one was the outlier. Maybe we should hit 96 again this cycle. Last cycle was an underperformance. Just saying.
I wanted to give the most bearish case, which was the diagonal, right? Which is still massive amount
That's
of
the
room.
most conservative case.
Yes.
Most conservative.
Yes. You could start dialing by that point if you're in Bitcoin. If you're in altcoins, you're still kind of holding because those things are going to go exponentials once you hit that. And then on top of that, just one more context right there. Take that breakout, do a bars pattern on the weekly from the breakout on Bitcoin to all-time high on 2021, and just lay it on top of our current, what is turning into a breakout. But throw it on the weekly. Or I guess you could do it on monthly. That's fine.
You didn't say that. Well, I'll do it, but you didn't say that. All right. Why not do all of them, man? Let's have some fun here, right?
Well, it is compressing, so I don't think we should do the previous ones. But yeah, I guess you could do that. No, I wouldn't say that. No way.
Really? I would say that.
No, put that on the next cycle. Put the previous.
You want this?
Yes. And it's set that right on top of
2017, man. We're gonna 2017 it.
Something like that, right? Something like that.
I'll oblige with what Tucker wants as well.
Also, man. I need you to draw the ray, Max.
I don't think
we have to respect the ray.
Tucker notch lines.
Do the ray.
From here?
No. Just connect the double tops. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my thoughts is like something over there.
That's it. Good enough.
That this line is going to play, man, and it's like kind of frustrating,
sure.
But damn well this double top line is going to play. It's fine, right?
That's where the rejection is going to occur, and that pullback actually looks pretty good. Although I think we extend out like every other bear market.
Wait, Max, what is that? 130 back to 70.
130, 77.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
No, but here's the thing. Tucker, let's talk about this. That's a good point. Let's talk about this. There is measurably diminished volatility to the downside for Bitcoin. And that's provable by every pullback that we've had in the past 15 months. Okay. Historically, it has not been uncommon for Bitcoin to display multiple 30 or 40% drops, right? Here was 38. Back in this 2016, 2017 cycle. All right. Just like on the way up, right? Here, another 39, right? If we look at where we're at right now and you measure every major pullback that we've had in the past 18 months, it's kind of capped at like 20, 22%. I think that Bitcoin is a much more mature asset. It now has passive flows. I think it's extremely unlikely that we have, while we're in a bull market, a 40%, 35 or 40% pullback. So let's just assume that this line plays here, 125. I think you probably get a pullback sub 100, and that's your big scare. Imagine if we crack 100, the psychological warfare that most people would go through if we go to 125 and then nuke to 95. That's a big pullback, man.
I think people are going to try and front run 100. I think 90 to 80 is where you're going to see your major pullback, just like in January 2021. And then they're going to say it's the miners and blah, 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 blah. and then all of a sudden you're going to rip right back up even higher from there. Just like January 2021, where we dropped down. Everybody said it was the miners, and then we ripped like another freaking 25% move up higher.
Yeah,
I
probably.
would agree with that actually. Yeah, no, I was just looking at some old Bitcoin charts. I could see, I've always said I think this is playing out a lot like 2017, 2018, that cycle specifically on Bitcoin. I think we are probably in one of those. Can you zoom in on that cycle for me, Max?
2017.
Yeah, I think we're probably near, like, you see those two tops we had where we had the pullbacks before going parabolic. I think like the 80 or 90 level is going to be, I'm going to say maybe the second one of those before so basically it's like it's like Will said, we go to 80, 90, we pull back, and then we just rip up massively. I could see something like that. And it kind of, I really feel like this fits the profile for the cycle that we've seen so far, where you do have these sharp pullbacks within just like this, increasingly steepening trend. I know. I think we're a little bit further up,
Like here.
I think we're in the midst of that leg between the next one.
This.
Yes. Hold up. Let me see.
But wouldn't this make sense too, Tommy, right? Like if we're kind of selling off and struggling to get through the all-time high, look at the struggle that happened here when we swept the all-time high. We tagged the all-time high January 2nd, and we didn't get through with conviction until like April, bro. I mean, that took a while, right?
I don't
And
think
that's by the way when alts ran the hardest during that second drop.
Let's take a look. Let's see what Bitcoin dominance did during that time.
I did so many looks, Max. So many looks.
All right, so
it died.
It died right after. Yeah, I mean, it was.
Yeah.
So if we're somewhere around here, which honestly, I mean, that contextually makes sense. Like the markups that we've done off of our bottom, it looks more like this cycle, more of a parabola. Pretty clean. I mean, this would be Bitcoin dominance literally about to fall off of a cliff, which is, by the way, what we have been forecasting. So yeah, I mean, Jackus, you're right. Like it could take a little bit, right? I mean, let's just take a measured move, right? Like what was the time on this? It took from when we hit all-time high.
Just open the damn BTC chart right now. It's pretty clear on all charts that the alts are just waiting for BTC to pause, and they will fucking rip. We have not seen anything yet.
We haven't seen anything.
It's there. It's there in the chart.
Shiba was just a test pump. I'm telling people, like, they think that this is it. I'm like, bro, that's a test pump. I'm like, a test pump is like 2% of what you're probably going to get. These things are going to freaking like $1 billion freaking market cap meme coins. I talked to Tommy about this the other day. $1 billion market cap meme coins. That's what we're going to see. Just stupid
billion is
billions.
Like $1 billion for like a new meme coin will be nothing now, Will. Like it used to be
billions with an S. With an S.
I know.
So, let's put it this way: the industry is simply heading to double digits market capitalization. That's still 4x from here, with BTC already front running, right? So alts will be catching up. Think about that.
Look at this, Jack. This is what you were talking about. Look at what ETH BTC did right here.
I know.
And by the way, look at exactly where that rotation happened. Bitcoin swept the all-time high right here, and then look at ETH BTC. Like global bottomed right there, and then just went on a tear,
I've been telling for months now that the rotation is coming in, and people fade at your own risk, man. Fade at your own risk.
So if we look at where we're at right now,
Max, there is one interesting thing, guys, that I want to point out to think about it, right? So we were at 45K, and people were screaming, "Hey, I will buy the pullback." When it hits 30K, that's minus 30% pullback. Right now, a minus 30% pullback is at 48K. Just to give a perspective. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And people still sidelined, of course, on BTC at least.
Here's the plan, guys, right here. Here it is. Bitcoin USD up, Bitcoin dominance down, BTC up.
Yes.
There we go.
I have a question, Max. Why are you sharing so much alpha? Did the people deserve it with the likes?
Should we go to the soybean chart?
You want it?
No. We're at 148 likes, man. We're at 148 likes on YouTube. How we doing on Twitter?
That's half of the people, guys. We have 280 people watching, and we only have half likes on a day where BTC breaks new all-time highs. Come on, guys. We know.
Yeah, guys. Listen, we have 206 people watching on 208 people watching on YouTube. I don't think we've ever had a stream where we haven't had a 1-to-1 like ratio. I don't think we've ever had that. Like we always have more likes than we do people watching at any given point. Guys, if you are enjoying the content, please do us the solid. We're here Monday through Friday for free, dropping alpha. All that we request in exchange is that you guys just take one quick moment, hit that thumbs up, guys. It does wonders for the algorithm. The reason that we're growing so quickly is because of you guys. Collectively, between YouTube and Twitter now, we have almost 300 people watching. Guys, I remember the days like 4 or 5 months ago, we'd have like 12 people here watching. You know, the secret is almost out. The Because Bitcoin's secret recipe is on display. But guys, we can't stop now. We're growing because of you guys. I need your help. Hit that thumbs up button for us, guys. Seriously, it does wonders. I wouldn't ask if it didn't make a huge difference. We're at 173 on YouTube, guys. That's fantastic. And the Twitter crowd, you guys have a special function. You can not only hit that heart, but you can also hit the retweet button, guys. And seriously, retweeting absolutely sends us parabolic. So, guys, if you are learning something, if you're having fun, if you're enjoying it, if you're excited, hit that heart and also hit that retweet. And again, thank you guys so much for being here. So much. All right, let's maybe do some questions, man. We got a busy chat today. I'm just seeing some come in here.
I'm gonna BMI a little bit, Max, but I just wanted to tell people in the audience, don't fumble good bags, guys. Like, don't freaking do it. Don't listen to your 250K. I'm a macro analyst, blah 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 person who doesn't know what the hell's going on. That's not financial advice. It's just reality. Like, these people have literally they've completely lost the plot. We're at all-time high, and now they're thinking, oh, it's a tap. Guess what? It's many years later. It's not a tap. Go look at SPY. Go look at NVIDIA. Go look at Qs. They're all perfect examples of exactly what's going to happen here with Bitcoin. Do not fumble your shit. Like, just grow some, hold on to it. All right?
Preach,
By the
Will.
way, guys, maybe we should mention the super chat if people want to see their questions being answered.
Yeah, and guys, just because we have so many people in here, people are just kind of so Deepak, man. I see you've asked the question about 400 times, and on principle, because you're spamming, I'm going to completely ignore it because we don't. I can't have you spamming the chat, man. It's just that's egregious.
This is worth a bomb, to be honest.
Yeah, man. We're gonna put him in a timeout. All right, Deepak, listen, man. That kind of shit is not going to be tolerated. I will not answer any questions if you're spamming, man. You are disrupting the peace in the comment section. All right. Do you guys want any like specific questions? We get a lot of traffic these days. All right. All it'll take is literally send $1, send a super chat so your comment stands out. Because again, we're getting a lot of people in here that just want free alpha, and that's fine. But if you want that one-on-one attention here, even $1, or whatever you think you want, just send a super chat or just be polite, guys, at a minimum. All right. Do not spam the chat. Do not ask me if Pepe can go up 1,000% more. I've posted basically all of my analysis on Twitter. Some of it is only for the Discord, obviously, as they know, but most of it is public. You can more or less figure out what I think is happening by looking at my Twitter. So yeah, let's just be respectful, Deepak. All right, but yeah, anyways. All right. Where were we before that? Before that happened?
All I see is like that meme 3-4 tap setup that Tucker and I always talk about.
It plays, man. It plays.
It's like the fake out, and then the fourth tap just sends through resistance.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
wouldn't this be the third, Tommy?
Yeah, it is. It is. I just don't know what that entails. You know, like, is this a small deviation into a small pullback that,
Whoa,
you know,
man.
that could be like the 80K to, you know, maybe 60K, then up to like 100 plus 200K. Who knows, man? I mean, I'm expecting Bitcoin to go a lot higher on a higher time frame, especially if I'm looking at it as like another 2017 to 2018 cycle. But from a technical standpoint, as a trader, you know, I'm programmed to see that, like, that third tap, you know, rejection into a fourth tap giga send. It's a clean setup, and there was a long setup like that earlier this week, even. So, it's just funny.
Max, can you do?
Arc?
You can ignore that shoulder over there. Max is he just started drugs yesterday. Can you pull up Spy, Max, and just show him kind of the same arc and pull up Qs and NVIDIA, and I think we should start with NVIDIA because these people are absolutely high if they think that this is not a breakout move that's you know kind of commencing here.
can you imagine if we did this though, guys? Like your normie cup and handle to like 270K. Just saying.
That would be the best case, to be honest. I want that to happen.
Imagine this. I'm not saying that's my base case. I'm just saying, you know.
I'm
would love it.
100% convinced that 700, you know, or what does he have? 800, 8,000, 800,000 followers or something like that, Capo. So I'm convinced that 700,000 of those are bots.
I think they're real, man. He gets a lot of engagement, man. I think people just follow him for the wrong reasons, you know.
What, to laugh at him?
Yeah, he's like the ultimate giga fade, bro. I mean, I feel bad for him. Like, he ruined any reputation that he had.
I can't feel that bad for him.
I don't.
Are you sure, Max? Because there's been so many people that were like, all right, but look at Capo, he was right here. He called that we're gonna go up from 38K to, I don't know, 45K. Although he said that we will absolutely ramp after, which we didn't.
Every consolidation, he said we're going to pull down to some extreme number. Every single one. Will's Outlook, 6,000 freaking followers. Every consolidation, I said we're going higher.
You're a niche celebrity micro influencer, Will.
We had a super chat there.
All right.
Maybe
What
some
is
of
it?
you guys want to address that.
All right. I see Goku said nothing, but thank you very much, Goku, man. That's it's very, very kind of you. Can you guys talk about Kaspa? Yeah, man, I'm happy to talk about Kaspa. Let's just study this Bitcoin, NVIDIA, Fractal, and manifested for a second, and then absolutely we can talk about Kaspa. Pepe video will be done after this stream, so I would expect maybe like a few hours from now, but I'll tweet it out as well, so you can check my Twitter. It'll be up pretty soon, guys. It's going to be absolutely epic. It's going to be a fantastic video.
Oh my God, Max, what is this, man? Could you imagine the smell of all these macro people if this shit happened?
I mean, why not,
spicy.
right?
Very spicy.
Why would it not happen?
Right, you need to post this propaganda.
This is what I was saying the other week or something, that like people are not ready for this to happen. You guys want to stay bullish. You want to take partials along the way, obviously. You know, you can always rotate them to something else. But are you, you know, you need to be bullish as long as the market is telling you. And this can very easily happen. We just get a breakthrough. We obviously, and we did talk about this, Will, and we obviously cannot get such gaps that NVIDIA had right there on the daily, because we are trading 24/7 on BTC. But if we were, we would probably gap up here. Like, it's very much possible. And
you know what would cause that from a headline standpoint?
Max, you need help, brother.
If a sovereign,
Max is trying not to make it too
help,
high,
man.
but it's got to go way higher to do. He's trying to stop it.
Come on now.
It's got to go way higher to
There
do
you go.
that. Oh,
there you go. That's better.
After this, we should compare the meta chart to Bitcoin too. It's another good case.
I mean, why can this not happen? Can somebody tell me why this can't happen?
It can.
Is there more demand for Nvidia than there is Bitcoin? I don't know. I mean, I guess some people would say yes, some people say no, but I feel like there's a feeding frenzy for both right now.
Bro, that's I'm not gonna lie. That's like a cycle in a bear market and then something insane.
There is also a good case that it's really hard for Nvidia to double from here. It has the highest market cap of stocks, and to double is pretty hard for Nvidia. But to double for BTC is not that hard from here, to be honest. And that tells you volumes.
Let's fit this nicely, man. Let's ooh. Interesting. Interesting. Little interactions. All right. Just massaging, guys. Don't mind me. Then we're gonna talk about Kaspa, all right? All right.
I'm
Let's
still
see.
expecting BTC to outperform Nvidia at least by 300% from the current prices. That's my
Not
base
the
case.
618 max.
That's minimum 300% to outperform BTC against Nvidia. That puts the current market cap, the price. If Nvidia didn't move from here, just noting, that's 265K. Sorry, yeah.
So if we do what Nvidia did, this would be the catch-up move, including fib levels.
So what number are we talking? Let's talk numbers. We don't
Have
care
we
about
already
what the
done
fibs
that?
are.
Are we already in the process of making that huge green candle, though? I think you could argue that too.
I think we'll need to let the month develop. I think depends on the March close. If we can get a March close at like 7,
I like that. Yeah.
If we can get a March close at like 75 or 80, then I think it happens. If we're still stuck under the all-time high or like, between 60 and 70, yeah, probably not going to play one for one. But as of right now, I mean, I think it's too early to say.
There was another super chat. Yeah, good questions from John, and also Goku said that his super chat didn't include his question, so maybe you want to address that.
Yeah,
it's slightly higher.
So John says, does premium gold membership teach TA videos, etc.? Yes. So it's basically all in, and we're constantly adding more things. But yeah, I mean, every single day we share TA, we talk levels specifically. I would say we don't really do like TA like tutorials, but yes, to answer the question, it's like all levels and TA focused mostly. So yeah, absolutely. But also, John, if you are thinking about jumping in, man, I would do it sooner rather than later because we are about to triple the price of it when BB Terminal drops in like a month. So, and we're also just growing like honestly too quickly. It's getting crowded, so we might close it off before that. But yeah, I would say jump in sooner rather than later if you're thinking about it. At least try it for a month. But let's hit some of these super chats, guys. All right. Where was the first one, man? Goku. So we're gonna go with Goku's first just because he was the first super chat, but his question didn't pin to it. Goku says, I was asking what the indicator that highlights candles is green or red at significant tops or bottoms. So it's called Colored Candle by Volume Z-Score Morty. It's a lot of words. Candle colored by volume Z-Score Morty. All right, it's right here on the screen if you want to screenshot it or look at it. It's a free trading view indicator. I think some guy named Morty, presumably, has made it. But yeah, that's what it is. It's just basically it measures volume that is 2 standard deviations. That's how I have it set, 2 standard deviations outside of the mean, either buy or sell. And typically you'll see, outsized volume, like basically capitulation, sell volume into a high time frame low. And you'll also see kind of mania buy volume into global tops. So, all right, let's go to the next one here, man. Talk about Kaspa. Yeah, man, I'm happy to talk about Kaspa. So we're still on track for this following my fractal. Let's just pull this up here. Look at Sol USD. This has been the Sol USD. So we're gonna remove all this here. I think that Kaspa still looks great, man. I think that Kaspa is on track for $1 plus this year easily. Again, this is just kind of studying the market cycle adoption, like the psychology of how an asset becomes a blue chip. And I chose to analyze Sol because Solana last cycle really rose through the ranks and became a blue chip asset. So again, this is why because Bitcoin, we have been publicly aping every time we came back to retest this 1.618. Similarly to what Solana was doing in March of 2021. So
Joke, you might want to stop spamming. All right. Once again, when Max is done, he can answer your question. If you want to be sure, you can use the super chat. All right.
Yeah, guys, let's just be. We'll get through all the comments, guys. I promise. We're seeing all of them. It's just there's a lot of people, so we'll get to you guys. I just want to finish the super chats, and then we'll get to everybody. But yeah, anyways, this is kind of like my own version of the Wall Street cheat sheet, right? Like, where are we at in the bubble? Where are we at in terms of market cycle adoption? How does an asset rise through the ranks? Going from like, speculative micro cap to mid cap to, large cap. And it's never perfect. Fractals never play one for one ever, but largely levels will play. So, looking at both here, bullish reaccumulation patterns. Obviously, one big difference is that, Kaspa was up, Solana was down, but they were both bullish reaccumulation patterns after a prominent high and low were set. We flipped the 1.618. We were aping it because Bitcoin here, like publicly and in our Discord. We're up like 60 some percent on those buys. And I think that the 2.618 gets tagged sooner rather than later. In terms of, lower time frame, like what I think could happen here. I mean, for one, I think we go here. So the 2.618 is at 35 cents. I think that happens pretty soon. But, looking what, and actually let's pull Sol back up here. So I did this analysis yesterday, and I'll just redo it real quick here for you guys. We'll move this up top. So I'm going to try to do this as quickly as I can. But I think it's an important point and should hopefully provide some clarity for you. I have a picture on my Twitter too, if you want, like a prettier version of it, but I'd like to mark out, what happened right here. So Bitcoin made a new all-time high, basically right here. This was a new all-time high for Bitcoin in 2020. And, look at what happened to Solana while Bitcoin was making a new all-time high last cycle. Solana was basically bleeding. And what are we seeing right now? We are seeing basically the same thing, like Bitcoin all-time high. We just technically tagged it today. We're just kind of still around it. And we're seeing all mid caps, not just Kaspa, kind of just do this little bleed, right? So I think ultimately what you're going to see is something similar to what Sol did. Again, just like last cycle, you're going to see, Kaspa just kind of chop, bleed, whatever. And then it's just going to rip, very similarly to what Solana did last cycle, right? Like you can ignore kind of the timing, but chop, bleed. And then, I mean, Solana literally pulled like a 40x, in a very short period of time as Bitcoin was kind of cooling off. So I think you're going to see the exact same thing continue to happen again. Bitcoin's going to move up, and eventually it will correct on the higher time frame, and you're going to see Kaspa, go to $1, just like you're going to see a lot of these other mid caps just go nuts. So again, look at the timing of it, right? Here I'll draw a couple of vertical lines, right? So right here, Bitcoin made an all-time high. I mean, we'll say like definitively right here. All right, Bitcoin definitively busted through the all-time high December of 2020. And I'd say we'll definitively bust through our Bitcoin all-time high sometime soon. And, at that point, I think it's off to the races. You're going to see something just like this happen, not just on Kaspa, but you're going to see it on all large caps. It's just going to go crazy. So hopefully that helped, man. I feel like that should provide some clarity. All right, let's see. We had some other super chats, guys. We had some other super chats. Thoughts on Alf? Yeah, man, I'm super bullish on Alf. That was one that Sisu, one of our analysts, he does research here because Bitcoin. He called this out, a while ago. We've been in for quite a bit. So, Alf, again, similarly, it's rising through the ranks right now. I think people are kind of finally understanding that it's got some pretty cool use case, and it's actually one of the only new L1s that actually has like applications. A lot of them are just kind of speculative still. Not that that's a bad thing, but Alf spent. Let's take a measurement here. I mean, Alf spent, man, 728 days accumulating, under $2, and it's finally broken out. So it's also like, I don't even think it's a billion market cap yet. I feel like it's maybe like a few hundred million. So yeah, we've been in Alf for a while. I'm expecting, I think $20 would get you to about $1.5 billion market cap. I think that this is kind of a soft toss, truthfully, assuming things stay hot like they are. So yeah, Alf is one that we're pretty interested in here because Bitcoin. We've been in since like 90 cents, watching it pretty closely. So yeah, definitely bullish on Alf, man. Appreciate the super chat, but understand like it's volatile. It's I would consider it still to be like a micro cap, right? So doing some TA on it, man. I mean, I think you want to just kind of see this parabola maintain. You're gonna want to see this just kind of, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? But you're gonna want to see market structure remain intact. So, higher highs, higher lows. There's a high, then we sold off. There's a high, then we sold off. You're going to want to see this level probably hold. So, maybe down to 280, 270, and then you're going to want to see it probably continue up pretty quickly. But yeah, Alf is one that we're pretty interested in here. But I would just look for market structure to remain intact.
I'm sidelined on that one, man. I faded.
You can't fade Sisu, man.
It's okay, Tommy. I did too, man. I did too. There's too much, man. This is a bull market. There's too much good shit to buy. It is what it is. You can't get in everything.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else. All right, we had a lot of questions, guys. Just a reminder, we're going to do, kind of just super chats for now, guys. We're getting to that point where it's hard to hit all the comments, guys. It would take us 12 hours to do. So if you want your question prioritized, just throw a super chat at us. Hope you guys don't mind. All right, so there are some questions about BB Premium, guys. Do you guys provide buy calls short term for coins that will double or triple short term? If I can double my money 8 times, then I make 100x. All right, man. So first off, I would probably adjust that thinking a little bit. Not that it's not possible, but I wouldn't think of things in terms of like just immediately flipping your money to like 100x your net worth. I think you just need to play like setup by setup. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of daily time frame setups. Like Snorlax is very active, Will's very active, Jackus is very active, has been giving, all of them have been giving like bangers out recently. These are daily calls. So yeah, I mean, all this stuff is in the Discord for sure. But I would just probably urge caution against thinking you're gonna like just continue to flip your money automatically. Like, it's it's possible, I guess, but I wouldn't, I wouldn't really view it that way.
Well, real quick, Max, before you
Yeah.
continue, we did have the one member. Remember, he followed me into a call, and he turned $220 into 21K. Just saying.
Yeah, and that shit happens, right? Like we have people, making a lot of money for sure, but it's not as linear as like you're gonna get 8 setups from the Discord and just suddenly 100x your account. It's a little bit more complex than that, but yeah. I see some aggressive comments here, man. On an all-time high day, man. What's with the aggression, boys? Come on now. All right. Well, anyways, yeah, guys, thank you so much for the likes and support today, guys. I think this is our first time cracking 200 likes while live. We've done it with, people watch the stream after, the recording. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. Just awesome support, guys. I mean, seriously, it's just fantastic to see, man. A lot of likes on X as well as Twitter. So seriously, thank you guys. It's really fantastic. what else, guys? Actually, I was looking at I wanted to talk about ETH.
We are 46 likes away.
Yeah, we are. I don't know. I think this is going to play, guys. I'm just looking at ETH last cycle compared to this cycle. It's just crazy. You know, people are getting, you know, really, really like nervous right now. And here, let me just even put Bitcoin up on the bottom here for both. There's Bitcoin. I want to just talk about this, right? And like, this is what Jackus was mentioning earlier. You know, about ETH BTC and this rotation we're presumably going to start seeing in altcoins very, very soon. Like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right. So here's Bitcoin on the bottom, ETH is on the top, obviously. There's your all-time high. There's your all-time high. So let's mark out here when ETH started to go crazy. Right. You know, you're somewhere in this region, right? Like, I think you're a little ahead of schedule. Like, you're probably like here. Again, alts are being front run clearly. But, you know, as Bitcoin breaks all-time high, I mean, look at what happens with ETH. Look at what happens with altcoins, you know? So it's like, yeah, people are getting excited, but also you have to remember, like, people in crypto are getting excited by this move right here, just like people in crypto were getting excited, you know, by this move. But the real craziness doesn't happen until retail comes in and starts making money. Like, I don't think retail's even back yet, man. Like this is when the mania starts. You know, we haven't begun this yet, you know? So if you want to try to make a case that we're not going to get that, then all right, like, I guess we can talk about it. But, you know, we haven't even gotten through the all-time high with conviction yet. We're not even really in price discovery on anything yet. So yeah, I think we're seeing euphoria, like, within our own little bubble on Twitter, guys that have been here the whole bear market, because we're all finally printing after a grueling bear market. But you're not seeing that like retail froth yet, you know, when retail is up 5x. When retail is up 5x, that's when it's time to go, all right, they're up 5x, I'm up 50x, it's time to get out. I don't think retail's even in yet. I don't. What do you guys think?
Well, I definitely don't think retail's here. No.
They need to make money first, man. They need to make money. Go ahead, Tommy.
No, I was just going to say, I think I was saying on Market Check yesterday, like the Robinhood chart is pretty indicative of where we're at with retail. Like, it looks like it's getting ready to break out on a higher time frame. You know, retail is just beginning to get interested again, I would argue, among the people that I speak to for the most part. And that doesn't mean that I think people have like this idea that we've seen peak froth just because people who have been here for multiple years and stuck it out through a bear market are euphoric. And there's definitely maybe some of that, right, where those people are a little bit euphoric, but I don't think that's indicative of anything, you know, cyclical necessarily.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, BTC, it's kind of crazy because you cannot really see that, but BTC just made a -8% pullback today.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, it really did.
Nice little rejection off the high.
That's it. I guess it's over forever, guys.
Might be over for some of these meme coins, man, for a little bit.
What'd you just say, Tommy?
I hope not.
Okay.
Some of these are still in parabola, though. Some of them are still in parabola. I'd like to see Bitcoin start to find support here pretty soon, though.
Take that back immediately.
By the way, Isabazi had the super chat.
Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, not great looking, but you know, it's also like when you're up this much, you know, it's like, it's up. You're up 600% in 10 days. You know, you kind of have to say, all right, you know, what can you expect? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's see.
Oh, Tommy is not underexposed to meme coins, I assure you.
Yeah, I mean, I could even see like on Whiff something like this. You know, like deviate below $1 and then run it back or something. I don't know if it will or not, right? But it's like I could, because I think this is kind of your obvious, you know, everybody wants that kind of retest. So maybe front run it a little bit. And again, I don't know if it might just turn around like here. I don't know. I'm just looking at it, you know, obvious level, front run that, you know, maybe we run it back. But yeah, I mean, I can't be bearish anything like even meme coins just with, you know, with basically this chart, right? Like I know we're pulling back off the high, but it's just like I can't really get bearish altcoins even if there's intraday volatility because I'm looking at this thing on like a 3 to 6 month rolling basis. You know, I'm not looking to trade it on the hourly time frame. I'm looking at this for is my coin going to be higher 6 months from now, 3 months from now? The data in front of me suggests yes, you know, so it's like, what do I care if we locally like sell off a little bit? You know, I guess it's not fun to hold through, but it just doesn't, you know, my conviction on the higher time frame is unwavering. All right, we had another one here. What are your guys' thoughts on FET? I don't follow it closely. Do any of you guys on the panel, do you guys have any thoughts on FET?
I know Wabi he's got a bag of FET, I'm pretty sure. I remember trading it back in the 40-cent region and not taking it up to $2 or wherever it went. But
Yeah.
no, I mean we can look at it though.
I do not know about the news, but I was taking profits at the 1.6 FIP extension, so they released the news, right?
We could chart it. I don't watch it closely, but I'd be happy to chart it. Yeah, I mean, this would make sense for USDTD, by the way. That's fine. All right. FET USDT. Let's check it out. Oh, all right. Oh wow. All right.
Wait, you didn't know, Max? Did it pump this much?
I knew it was pumping, but I don't watch it, so I didn't know it pumped this much. Like I heard about it, but I didn't buy it because I already am like fully deployed in my names already. Like I don't have any, like I literally don't have any cash to throw it at anything right now. Okay, so how do we even want to approach this? I would say,
listen, just drag the FIP from the high of the past bull market to the bottom of the bear market on Fetch.
I would maybe exclude that deviation and do that right there.
You have different chart in me?
I'm in log mode.
It should be the same. Oh, wait, that's weird. Wait, that's the log mode shouldn't change the FIPs because the FIPs are the same. Wait, that's super weird. Okay, listen.
So I'm in log mode. I'm in log mode, and my fib is also in log mode.
Oh, your fib is in log mode.
You got to put your fib in log mode as well if you haven't yet.
Of course, he's in maximum log mode, man.
Yeah, I didn't look, Max. It just hit the 1.6, so that's where I was taking the profits.
Well, you're not in log mode.
No, but if you change the log mode, unless, of course, I didn't even know that you can log mode the Fibonacci swap.
You have to. If you're in log mode on your axis, then you have to put your fib in log mode.
No.
You guys need to grow up, man. Look at Jackus. Look at your 2.61. They're all smushed together. Go back how you had it. Go to log mode. See, that's why you have to do it. It's not accurate now. Look at how smushed together your fibs are. You have to put it in log mode.
No. They are very well, man. Because, right here, listen, if you bought here, then this is like insane price return. Although I sold a lot here, not gonna lie. I think this move is just big, you know, and I don't know, maybe it continues, you know, maybe it's something, who knows, but good level to take profits.
He sold, send it higher. All right. Is it wrong to fade meme coins on base chain, or should I stick with the Solana memes? Dude, until base has their own coin, man, I don't know. I just don't know how it's gonna do. Do you guys have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I can help with this one. Sorry, I'm making coffee in the background. I didn't want the noise to come on. Yeah, and
I love that you're on coffee now, Tommy. It's fantastic.
We coffee pilled him, man.
Tommy is Will Ferrell from Kicking and Screaming, guys. He just discovered coffee.
Yeah. No, it's funny. It actually is true. And my fiance has been making fun of me lately, but base chain's kind of funny because a few weeks ago it was like everything rugged. And then recently you've had actually a lot of opportunity in memes, low key. And I kind of faded it, to be honest with you, because like TYBG, which was like, thank you. What's the name of the Coinbase founder? I can't remember. Those were his initials though. But I was shocked that meme did as well as it did, because it was I honestly thought it was a terrible meme coin idea. And then Brett on base also did really well. I just think the memes on base are like, there's opportunity there, but a lot of it's kind of insider pumps. And I don't really think the quality of the memes, at least for me, it's like not as easy to discern what I think is going to pump. Like on Sol, I see a cute dog with an up arrow. I kind of know that's going to pump, but with base, the meme coins don't really make any sense from like how much do I think this from a cultural appeal standpoint, right? So it's been a little bit more difficult to play, but I've always said I think there's going to be a meme season on base, and I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity there. They say they're not going to launch a token, but I think that's definitely not true. Everybody launches a token, right? That's how you incentivize people to come to your chain.
By the way, there was a question from sorry, not sure how to pronounce that name, Fliskium. So no, I had a FTM short way lower. It was we were discussing that one. It was like my hedge towards the market. I had it around 38 cents, and I was closing that 41 cents around that. Well documented on BB Discord.
Yeah, he faded.
Are we what, guys?
No, I think this is a good spot for a little bounce. We can go from there, right? They definitely took ETH pretty low though. That was
yeah, they did. Sol literally just hasn't moved on the day.
I bet this would have been a funny day for Agger, man. If we had it for the all-time
I know.
A lot of first, and then a lot of
Tommy, did you watch the recent move? Was there? I bet there was a lot of liquidations on this down move.
God, I have not looked at the flow yet, but I bet a lot of people got liquidated. And honestly, like, shame on me for fading Nomad, because he was talking about funding yesterday, and he was talking about it a lot, to the point where I didn't even realize he was talking about it so much. And of course we dumped, but yeah, or he said Perps was more bullish than Spot. That is, we are definitely getting some OI that's finally coming off the board here. Wow, we've actually had about 1.5 billion in liquidations so far this morning. I would assume that's mostly long, but we have. I mean, look, we added. Wow, I'm looking at this right now. There is a lot more that could come off, technically speaking. We'll see. I mean, you really want to see Bitcoin find support here. Otherwise, there could be a bigger cascade, but it's an uptrend, and I think this is a good spot for it to at least bounce on a lower time frame.
So we've shed.
I'd be looking for like 66, 67 from here, probably.
I mean, if we just want to look at the technicals, right? It's like
super chat.
I mean, that's kind of a nice little retest right there. Clean up all of this. You're just assuming people were just aping, walking it up, trying to pressure an all-time high. come back, retest. We took out all this added OI from this entire move, or at least we're working on it, right? I don't know.
No, it doesn't look bad.
I think they could do this, man.
Yeah, what's the thing with slow grinds is if you fail to get the breakout, then things like this happen. So yeah, I think you do want to see kind of like that slow build curl off the bottom, rather than I mean, I think that would be healthier than like a complacency bounce into 66 or 67K, for example.
The guys, listen. Whenever we get these very quick sweeps in a bull market, that's very bullish because they just, some late longs flushes. They make it look scary, like the market is reversing, and then they continue higher. If you would actually see a topping formation, you want to see like a slow grind up distribution, and there are multiple spikes above, local highs to really distribute. These quick spikes down. It's just like in a bear market. You often get these quick moves up, and everyone gets excited that it's a bull market again, and then instantly, you get it sold off to new lows. It's just reversed right now. So these quick flushes are very bullish.
Do I need to buy here again like I did at 16, 25, and 40? Is that what needs to happen?
You have cash left, Will?
I mean, I could just move some stuff and buy some more BTC.
He's longing his longs.
I've been really advocating, guys, that this is a time where it makes more sense to zoom out. And I mean, if you're a very active derivatives trader, right, you have to pay attention to this stuff, but most people are just heavily positioned in spot. If you're just talking about spot holdings, guys, like this is, whatever. This is just whatever. Like, obviously, you want to just see us like destroy the previous all-time high. It's more fun that way, but this is also not uncommon, right? So let's collapse this. We were looking.
You want to know how convicted I am to this play, Max? I would be willing to long up here with the money I just pulled from my 401k because I took a loan out on it the other day because I had no more cash flow.
I mean, that's conviction. But guys, look at this, right? So this is your 2017 all-time high. Let's study previous all-time high breaks. All right. So we break it here and look what happens, right? This is the previous all-time high. We broke through it and look what happened. Very similar thing. Like we swept the all-time high and we nuked. Like that is not uncommon, So like study previous cycles, study what's happened before. Let's see if we can get an OI read. Now it goes back too far. I'm sure it was the same thing right here, guys. We swept the all-time high, pulled back. What percent did we even pull back here? Let's see. 11%. And then it was just up only, man. So people are freaking out right now, like, oh man, it's completely over. Like that was it. Yeah, no. Okay. That's fine. Me and because Bitcoin boys are gonna hang out, that's fine.
31 likes from 250, guys. You guys can do it.
Let's take a look here, guys. What's happened again? So we swept the previous all-time high. We have diminished volatility to the downside, and we nuked 8%. I mean, look at what happened over here, guys. Like same thing, same thing. Just saying, it's not, nothing to freak out about. We did the same damn thing in December of 2020, and then look what happened. So if you really want to cheat here, feel free, but you might be missing this soon after. Just saying. It's happened before. We did have another super chat here. I don't know what that ticker is. If it's like a super micro cap, I'll probably avoid putting it here on YouTube just because we don't want to.
I'll take a look real quick.
Yeah, I don't want to put anything up that's too much of a micro cap. We don't want to mess with the chart or anything like that.
It's so 3.4 million market cap.
Yeah, no, we can't put that up. That's too small to show on YouTube. If you have another ticker that you'd like us to talk about, be happy to. But if we put it here on YouTube, it might kind of move the chart a little bit, which we don't want to do. So, yeah, if you have anything, over 50 or 100 mil, be happy to talk about it. If you're in the Discord, we can talk about it. We talk about micro caps in the Discord, but we just don't really do it publicly for obvious reasons.
It looked really good yesterday before these sell-off candles, but speaking about this micro cap chart, but I would like to see it hold support in this consolidation that it's been forming.
Yeah. All right, well, guys, we have been going for about an hour and a half, so I think we're going to call it here. Thank you guys so much for the overwhelming support today. We got a lot of likes, guys. We got well over 200 on YouTube, and we got like another, it's like 70 or something like that. Yeah, almost 70 on X. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Before you go, please consider liking and then also subscribing if you are new here. We are live Monday through Friday at 10:55 a.m. Eastern Time. This is Market Check brought to you by Because Bitcoin. Lastly, we are about to probably close off the Discord, guys. We've had a major influx of members. It's getting crowded. I've always said this. It's not going to become a fast food restaurant where, you know, the first location's great and then it becomes saturated the more you grow. So in order to maintain the quality, we're going to have to close it off here pretty soon. Also, I mean, to get in, it's going to be like somebody leaves, then you can get in and prices are going to triple. So if you want to get into the Discord, this might be your last week. I got to talk with the guys. We are dropping BB Terminal soon. So if you want to get grandfathered in at the current price of $149.99 per month, definitely check out the first link in the description below sooner rather than later, because again, eventually we are going to close it off and increase the price because we want to ensure the quality. So guys, check that out while you can. Again, it's becausebitcoin.com/premium. First link in the description below. You'll absolutely love it. But again, we're going to close it off soon, so check it out. But yeah, with that said, guys, thanks so much for the support. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to kick it over to Tommy to say a final farewell.
Yeah, guys, thanks so much for being here. We hit all-time high today. Don't let the sell-off distract you from that fact, how far we have come from those 2022 lows. It's still, I mean, crazy for me to think about in hindsight, and even in the moment, honestly, it really doesn't even feel like we broke all-time high today, but I think I would have said that even if we were still at like 70 or 71K. It's still just, you know, that surreal. But not to harp on that too much, guys. Real quickly, touch on our programming here as we wrap up our Tuesday morning. If you're in Europe, your Tuesday afternoon. A reminder that we have Market Talk with the legendary King Wabi this afternoon, 4:15, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. That's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Every single week, guys, they talk markets on Twitter Spaces, have some really exceptional guests on pretty much every day. So definitely make sure to tune in for that. I'm sure Wabi is really excited to talk to you guys after ETH Denver and everything that's happened in the market since then. But also a reminder, Market Check. We are live every single weekday. Typical start time around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are more of a trading show, charts, technicals. I mean, you guys tune in every day, so you know exactly what we're all about. We have a lot of fun on these shows, and we do a lot of fun things. Yeah, but I don't want to ramble too much, guys. This is the end of the show. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. Make sure to tune in for the space later this afternoon. I'm sure it's going to be a great one, talking about Bitcoin breaking all-time highs. And have a great rest of your afternoon. Thanks again.